What's up, everybody? No. Tricking it.
Informer. I like you boom boom yeah.
Lick your boom boom, yeah.
Time for the mic check. Time for the mic check. Time for the mic check.
What's up, everybody? Why the fuck do I gotta keep goddamn doing this shit? This fucking shit. He's smoked out. He looks like a ghost over here. Should be all fucked up. Alright. We're live. Fuck it. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
No. What's up, everybody? I am Steve, and with me, as always, is D. And you're watching Conversations with Cabys, the only show on the internet that's waited a lifetime just to bring you this episode. And that's right, folks. We talking about the new Foo Fighters. You've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it. D's been waiting for it. We've been waiting to talk about it with each other for a goddamn week. I'm excited as fuck.
Me too. I'm ready. This has been a good fucking first dose of new music that we've gotten for the year 2021, and it's definitely a good one to start the year talking about.
It's a fucking banger. First thing I'm going to say is, and I've already said this to you, I peeped it, I squeaked it out right before this, and I was about to go into a diatribe, and I said, fuck no, we got to record this shit.
Push the button.
Push the fucking button. A little squeak. I like this better than Concrete and Gold, the previous album. This is their 10th album, Medicine at Midnight. And let me do a little fancy transition for you, since now you know what we're talking about. This is
right there, baby.
10th studio album from the Foo Fighters, Medicine at Midnight. Previously, Concrete and Gold. And then number 8 was Sonic Highways, and had that cool little 8 on it with the made out of the highway, and that's the one where they went across the world. And well, Something for Nothing was on that one. It was a really hot, really good track.
Sonic Highways was the one that had all the collabs on it, right?
Yeah. And it was the one where he wrote all the tracks there in each city.
Different city.
Yeah, which was dope. A cool concept. Something for Nothing was really a really fantastic song. I think Something for Nothing really encompassed the entirety of the scope of what they were trying to do, which is kind of why I didn't like that album as much as others from them, but it was still pretty good. That album was pretty good. Concrete and Gold wasn't great. Only a couple tracks on there that were good. But we're not talking about those two. We're talking about this one. So first impressions, D. What are your first impressions of this? And then I will give mine.
Well, this album, I believe, had 9 tracks or 10 tracks?
9 tracks.
9 tracks. And giving it a couple of listens, and first of all, solid Foo Fighters through and through. But this is a different spin on the traditional Foo from what you've heard before.
Totally.
This is I feel them settling into where they're at in their life and where they're wanting to take the rest of their musical career. And this is them doing exactly what the hell they want to do.
Totally. How I want to format this too, just to pause, just to interrupt just a second, is I want to talk about each song individually. I have it broken down with the song name, each song individually. That's how I want to roll with it. Keep going though, D. I love it.
I'm just kind of just prefacing what we're getting into before we get into the nitty gritty with just the overall feeling of the album. It's very good. It throws you back to like a 70s vibe, a 70s feel. They kind of hint at a little bit of different influences. I feel like some Zeppelin, Floyd, also with some maybe some David Bowie, maybe some
all right, let me go, because what you're saying is exactly what I'm talking about. This album, it's hard to describe this album specifically, to pinpoint anything specific about this album, because this album is not an album. It's not one genre, right? This is every genre Foo Fighters has ever played around with on every album they've ever done, and they've made that into an album. This is, to me, a homage, a tribute album to every great genre in rock and roll. Every single genre. And I can pinpoint prime examples of all of it just peppered throughout the entire fucking thing. And it feels intentional. It feels amazing and refreshing and just every song is familiar and yet completely new, and each song is, you can pinpoint like what the influence of that song is, whether it's their song or another artist or another genre or another decade or another whatever. But each song is like the most masterful representation musically of that specific type of song. And I can get into that more as we go, but it's not just one genre. Like, don't go into this album like this album is one thing. Like, they were trying to send a message with this album, and you cannot pinpoint what that message is unless you think about it as like a celebration of music or a celebration of every style that they have tried to make. Agree?
That's a great way of putting it. The way you started that by saying it's the best of each genre or each influence or each representation of that they were going after for that song. Because there's not one song that's like another one. This, you can't say that. It's one thing you definitely cannot say about this album, that there's songs that repeat themselves or sound alike, or this was just phoned in. I feel like every song on here has, like you said, a different meaning and a different purpose,
and wholly intentional.
Yes.
Like, there's not a riff or a note in any one of these tracks that is throwaway or not purposeful or not meant to serve a purpose or a point.
And I feel like this really showcases each one of them individually as
It's a
artists and
fucking
musicians.
masterclass. Yes.
How good they have
all are.
grown and developed as in their careers and where they're at right now,
And
and their
how
talent.
they can work together with that crazy. Each one of them are on this level of mastery where they can be like, okay, I see where you're going. Let me do the opposite of that real quick, but make it sound dope as shit with what you're doing.
It's going to contrast. It's going to be totally different, but sound amazing.
Okay, so let's start in first track on the album. Now, I listened to this streaming Amazon Music. It's on Amazon Music. I believe they partnered with Amazon Music for this album to get it streamed so nicely. Great quality. I highly recommend. Not sponsored by Amazon Music, but hey, Amazon Music, give us a call.
If you're listening.
First track, Making a Fire. Okay, I'm going to start, and then you can take the second song. How about that? You can start on the second song. So, first song, Making a Fire. I feel like this is the new shit. This is the new shit. This is the
new
song.
Foo.
Right. This is the song that encompasses, like, if every other song encompasses shit we've done before, this song encompasses what we're gonna fucking do. This is like, it's almost like this long series of a book, and this one right here is where the story is gonna go, right? And every other song on this album is where the story has been, and the masterful interpretation of where the story has been in Foo Fighters, right?
So we start at the present and the precipice of the future with this song.
Exactly, with this album. It's fucking wonderful. It's a brilliant idea to start with this song because it's fucking amazing. This song is easily the best song. When Dee and I first heard this song, we about crapped ourselves, and then had to listen to it again. We're like, are we just fucking Foo fanatics? Are we just like, are we fucking sheep? Are we sheeple? That we were listening to this and we're like in love with it. Are we sheeple? We listen to it
Are we the people that as soon as we hear it, we're like, it doesn't matter if it's nursery rhymes or fucking the alphabet. There, it's the Foo. We're gonna love it.
We're gonna love it. We're sheeple. No, we are not sheeple. Because all you had to do was the backing vocals had to come in one more time, and then I was hooked. I'm like, nope, this is the best fucking song ever. It really is one of the most well-written tracks I've ever heard in my life. Like, as far as rock and roll music goes. If you want to talk about Zeppelin, like song structure, this song has Zeppelin influence a ton in it. I feel like the drums, I mean, this is kind of a Bonham-esque riff. Like, it's there's a lot of Zeppelin in here. The backing vocals are wonderful. I hope because these people have been their backing vocalists on live shows for a long time, but now they're on the album, and I'm hoping it's like the Keys, where we got one Mr. What's his fucking name? What's his name? You know his name
from Foos?
Yeah, the keyboard player. I know it now. Remy Jaffe, Mr. Jaffe. Sorry, my bad. The keyboard player, how we got him, he was on several live albums and several live tours before he was like a member of the band. I hope these backing vocalists are officially a member of the band now, because fuck me running. They add so much to so many songs on this album, and this fucking song, and giving them the lead of the chorus, giving them the fucking drop of the chorus. He's like, no, fuck that. I don't need it. I'll give it to these fucking hotties right over here who just fucking slay it. Like, the most beautiful, and when I'm talking hottie, I'm talking about the hotness of their voice, because they're fucking, I mean, the range is money. The fucking, and looking at them, the harmonies are sick, but looking at them in this, they fucking love it. They love being a part of Foo Fighters, and that fucking sells it even more for me. Like, it's just wonderful.
They're not just paid backup singers that are just there to bob around when in between.
Right, and look fucking pretty or whatever the fuck.
Right.
These fucking chicks fucking can belt, and it's fucking awesome, and I love it, and I hope they are in Foo now.
Staple.
The two part backing vocal harmony on here, it's two completely different sections in two completely different key, like two completely different octaves in the same key, fucking playing together just stupidly good. The backing vocal in here is just a masterclass. It's wonderful. And the breakdown of the third fucking chorus is unexpected, beautiful, amazing. It makes me fucking, every single time I love it. And that's hard to do.
It is. Every time you hear that damn song, I mean, you played it. I've heard it for the fucking 25th, 30th time in the last week, and you turn it on, and I'm just dancing in my chair, bobbing my head, singing along, because it's such a good song.
I don't know if this is the best song they've ever written. It's certainly the most fun song they've ever written.
I would say that. It's definitely not the best song, because there's a lot of Foo songs out there that really resonate in different ways.
Things That Happened is the best song Foo Fighters ever written. I'm sorry, I love it, but whatever. Anyway, enough said. But this song is the most fun song they've ever written, for sure.
For sure. And that's all their other upbeat songs from way back. You know, Monkey Wrench, all their pop hits and all that stuff. Like this one, just totally.
It's a fucking banger.
Different class.
Banger. Anything else to add to that, D?
No, just if you listen to the song, it will likely become one of your new favorite songs. So you're welcome.
100%. You're welcome. 100%. All right. Shame. Take it away, D.
All right. So Shame, track 2 on the album. It is a very different. I mean, nothing of what I have ever heard from the Foos before. It is a very different twist. It's very off time, very non-uniform. No 4 on the floor.
Is this like 7/8 or something?
It's
like
6. It's at least 6/8. It's at least 6/8.
I think it's 7/8 though. I think it's something stupid because it doesn't feel like a 6/8, right? It doesn't have that weird 6/8 swing. It has that weird off-tempo 7/8 chug thing that it feels like 7/8 to me. Whatever. It's a stupid tempo.
It's a crazy
Stupid time.
Crazy rhythm, crazy tempo for the song. I wouldn't say it's my favorite song. It's definitely a solid one though. This was their one that got single play on the radio.
Was this first single? Was this first?
I don't know.
First single, I think, or no? Was No Son of Mine first single, and then this one?
Yeah, I think No Son of Mine was January 1st.
Oh, that's a good one. I got the wiki up too.
Oh no, you're right. Actually, Shame was.
Yeah,
was the first single.
This was the, and then I didn't like No Son of Mine. That was the second one. And then, Anyway, we'll get to the next.
They could have pulled a lot of different ones off this one for singles besides No Son of Mine. But we'll talk about I'm sure they have reasons. Anyways, Shame. Good song. It's hard for me to pull inspirations or influences for this one just because it's so different. Like it almost feels like something that they maybe tried to use this in. The Crooked Vultures, and it didn't make the cut, so this one they kind of just shook it off. And
that is interesting as shit that you say that. This feels like this is off Wasting Light to me. This feels like this is off the 7th album, the one that he did after Sound City and shit, with a lot of other people, and it feels like it's off Wasting Light to me, this song. And it's interesting that you say Them Crooked Vultures.
You know, it has that Josh Homme kind of inspiration from the Eagles of Death Metal and Queens of Stone Age.
Mm-hmm.
It's got
That's
a
interesting
little.
as fuck because okay, keep going. No, keep going. A little
It
what?
it's just got a little bit of that
It's that funky time
old
signature for sure.
that old
They're
school vibe.
with. Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I could totally see that being a bonus track on a Them Crooked Vultures album, just as much as I could see being a Foo
Sure.
Fighters track.
I can feel you on that. I feel like it was off Wasting Light. I feel like this song was off of like a B track that they tracked out and didn't ever do anything with. And he figured out a new thing, or they changed the time signature of it, maybe, or something like that, from Wasting Light over to this album, and we're like, oh, this is fucking titties now, and it works. You know what I mean? Because it feels the whole song in general, even the key it's in, it's a different key than what kind of the rest of this album is on. Anyway, it just feels different. It feels like it's a track that was on something else. But don't quote me on that. But it'd be cool if I was right. So let me know if I am right.
Right.
So
Anybody who can verify that.
let me shoot on to number 3 then, because you're talking about Them Crooked Vultures and Eagles of Death Metal, and we're talking about Cloud Spotter. That's the third track on this, and this song feels like an Eagles of Death Metal inspired track. This feels like a Them Crooked Vultures song to me. The riff on this song is fucking sick, though. The riff is stupid good. It feels like a homage to late 60s and early 70s psychedelic rock and shit, which is also the feel of Eagles of Death Metal and Them Crooked Vultures, obviously, because fucking...
Desert Sessions.
Right, Desert Sessions, and Josh Homme is in Them Crooked Vultures, and, obviously...
Eagles of Death Metal, Queen of Stone Age.
Right, so this one definitely feels like... This song is fucking sick, though. This is a really, really good song. I wasn't sure about it the first time I heard it.
Me neither.
I had to hear it on good shit. I had to hear all of it for me to like it. Because I actually heard this on YouTube and did not like it. But I heard it on the album and because the first time I heard it on and didn't really like it at all, and then heard it again maybe 3 more times since then, and this song is really good. The riff is stupid good. But it feels like that to me. So what does this one feel like to you?
That one is, I have. This is one of the ones I like. I enjoy it, but I haven't put a lot of thought into it. It's just a good, solid track again for me. I think I could definitely see the resemblance to something like that from Eagles or from Them Crooked Vultures as well here.
Right.
But it's different. This one feels like a 70s acid trip kind of put to a solid rock track.
Which is where Eagles... this one feels like an Eagles song in that sense. Like the acid trippiness, because there's not... not Eagles songs like... what is that one? The poppy Eagles, the death metal song is not that. But this feels like more off of deep cut albums. So... It definitely is an interesting track, and I dig it quite a bit.
Absolutely. I feel like there's something I'm missing with that song that we're not saying, or something that we're overlooking with it. But it's just an overall solid track. I enjoy it. But anything else you want to mention about track 3 there?
Go ahead. On to track 4.
Track 4. I am so excited.
The third.
I'm so excited about this one. This one, at first, we kind of, were like, yeah, it's a good song, but, it's not that great. This one grew on me real fast. I fucking love this song.
It's a fucking amazing song. It is brilliant.
It starts off, it's a slow build song. It starts out at very just slow tempo, warms you up, brings you into it, lulls you into some false sense of security, and then right in the middle of the song, we got this really fucking phenomenal build, and it just builds and builds, and the tempo increases, and it builds and it builds, and then just bam, you're just fucking rocking twice the tempo of the song as it was when it started. It's awesome. I fucking love it.
It's a really good song.
And the lyrics are solid. It is like an anthem style song, so the lyrics do repeat. They are very repetitious in this song, but it's a powerful building rock fucking awesome song.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely repeat, but it truly is meaningful and it's brilliantly written. It he said some things about this one before that he was a kid who grew up. He started in D.C., then went over to Oregon or Washington. I guess Washington, yeah. And it was in D.C. That's what they were doing at the time. I mean, it was the Cold War time. That's what you were doing, was waiting on a war, and that's what he felt like as a kid. He was raised on that, on just waiting for the next war, waiting for World War III, and that's what this song really kind of the message he was trying to represent with this. But to me, this song sounds pretty much like Times Like These off of Skin and Bones. Like that's Times Like These acoustic. That's what this song is. That is this song, but it's that type of track. Okay, so it's Times Like These. It's that type of track. It's that meaning, but it's a masterful representation of that meaning. This is what I'm trying to say. I have several that I can pinpoint. Like this is this track. This is this track. But it's a perfect representation of that song, of what that style of a track. Yeah.
Yeah. This is good, and you're right. It's a simple message. It starts off it tells like a story. There's a small evolving story in this song as well.
100%.
Even though there's the repetitious lyrics of the chorus, and then that kind of is what the build is. He's telling a story in the song, and it's fucking great. I give this this whole album, again, we're gonna say is a great album from front to back, but.
I mean, it's only 35 minutes of your time, folks. You can listen to it once or twice here, okay?
Yeah.
You got the time in the car to listen to this album. It's a fucking banger. And honestly, I think this one is, if I'm not mistaken, Get In It by a Minute. So like we're in the chorus of the song within a minute. So it's a goer. It's a driver. It does start a little slow, but it's a slow chug. It's almost like the racer just getting going, and then by a minute and a half, you're fucking on. This song is fucking on. So the whole album, again, is worth your time. Please do listen as we are halfway through. Number 5, Surf. Track 5, that is Me. That is Medicine at Midnight.
The title track.
This song is fucking crazy. This song is punk rock. It's 80s techno. At the intro, the song, I'm not kidding you, I'm not fucking lying. Like, listen to this fucking song. It's punk rock, okay? The song is punk rock. The intro is 80s techno, okay? The whole fucking song feels like a Tom Petty Refugee track off the Refugee album. This is a Tom Petty track off the Refugee album, okay?
Oh, wow.
And the fucking chorus is Dear Rosemary off of Wasting Light.
Wow, dude. You just dissected that and blew my mind.
It is a fucking... This song is a... This is a sleeper, too, because you could listen to this track and be like, fuck no, this is not my jam at all.
I skipped it the first time I listened to it.
Because you're like, this ain't my jam. No, this song is fucking cray-cray. Like... It's a punk rock song with an 80s techno fucking intro that's off the Tom Petty Refugees album with a chorus off of an album 3 albums ago. Like, it is fucking nuts. And it's the fucking, what is that, Patrick Moody? Fuck, hold on. Keep talking. Talk about this. What do you think?
No, it's a solid ass song. This one takes you for a ride, though. Like you said, all the different musical styles in it and the different instrument effects that they put in the song. It is, again, not my favorite song on the album, but still fucking, there's not a bad one on here, I don't think. Not a bad one on here. And I don't know, title track, I don't know if...
No, that's not it.
I don't know what the message here in the title is. It's probably somewhere in the song, but again, could have picked a different track for the title on this one. I don't know.
Yeah,
what you looking up?
That is an interesting one. Bob Mould. Okay, so Bob Mould, so he is in, just so I'm fucking getting this right, he's a punk rocker in, oh my god, what was the fucking name? Husker Du. Sugar. Yeah, so Sugar was the American band. Anyway. Bob Mould was on Dear Rosemary. He did the chorus work for Dear Rosemary with Dave. And that's the chorus to Medicine at Midnight feels like that song and feels like that chorus work that Bob Mould did. So, anyway, cray fucking song. You gotta listen to this one too. You really have to give it a chance. It's insane and weird, and it just a song that sounds nothing like any other Foo Fighters track. Clearly, because I dissected it, it's 7 different fucking things.
Right.
Anyway, just a great fucking track. So but you're not vibing on this one. You didn't feel too hot on this one. You're gonna have to take
when I first went through it, I wasn't feeling it, but I gave it another listen or two, and I do enjoy it.
Now with my notes, you're gonna have to listen to it again and be like,
yeah, I need to get up. I need to get up on
after
that.
this episode. We'll have to do that because I'm telling you right now, that's crazy.
It's a shame that we can't, with the powers that be, play the music right here for all of you and listen to it and go over it.
It would be super cool if we could, but sometimes they don't let us post the video at all. So that's like I don't want to do that. Like, I want you guys to do it. And we'll have links to all these songs in the comments. Do not worry. Always do. You know that. Let me go ahead and take number 6, and then you can take number 7. No Son of Mine is number 6. We both have talked about it. This isn't our favorite track, right, off this album at all.
Yeah.
But there's a
surprised
reason.
It was a single.
I'm surprised it was a single, but I think there's a reason, because this song is a tribute to Motorhead. This song is a Motorhead track, and this is Lemmy. This is a tribute to Lemmy from Motorhead, basically, is what this song is. This, to me anyway, I don't know if this is actually factual, but this is what the song means to me, and feels like to me. It's kind of like White Limo. I liked White Limo more off of White Limo was on what fucking was that?
ESPG.
No, White Limo was on...
After that.
Was on Wasting Light? Was on Wasting
Light?
Yeah,
it was on Wasting Light.
Anyway, sounds like White Limo to me. To me, it's a tribute to Motorhead, though. I liked White Limo more, obviously. But it's not our type of Foo song. But Foo has this type of song that's like acid rock, like this really, really hard, metally, acidy rock that they like to do sometimes. And this, most of the time, it's not my cup of tea, and I'm cool with that. You do you. And this is just that. But it's growing on me, though, a little bit, because I've gotten a better understanding of the motivation behind it. I feel like since it's a Motorhead track and like I can kind of understand it now, I can listen to it. I don't know. It's kind of growing on me a little bit.
I'm gonna have to listen to it again with that being the perspective on it.
It's a great representation of this type of Foo song, though. To me, the best representation of this type of Foo song. I just personally I like White Limo more.
Okay.
I'm good
That's
with
fair.
that. I'm good with calling it on that song if you want to. We pretty much talked about that as
said what we needed to say.
Yeah, in earlier tracks we said that as well. So number 7,
right.
Holding Person. D, on to you.
Holding Poison. Yep, that
Holding
is
Poison, not Person. I always say Person. I always have read it Person in the 7 times as I've listened to this on Amazon Music. I've always Holding Person, not Holding Poison.
Holding Poison. Yeah, this one is fun. This has got a this one feels Foo.
Mm-hmm, totally.
Like organic Foo with like a 70s dance vibe, like a 70s dance club kind of vibe.
So I've got this one broken down too. This one is Dear Rosemary type of riff and song structure. Okay,
yep.
Dear Rosemary
with
again.
the stop time.
With the stop time, so it's very much Dear Rosemary song structure and riff, and like the tempo's the same, and the time signature is the same. All that's the same. The chorus though is completely different than Dear Rosemary.
Totally different.
It feels like an early Foo song, but I can't place which one. I'm talking early. I'm talking like Color and Shape, or There's Nothing, or the self-titled, like early. And I'm not sure. Is it like, I want to say like,
it sounds like the same guitar effect from Monkey Wrench, which is,
yeah, but it doesn't feel like Monkey Wrench. It feels like it does. I get that, but it doesn't feel like Monkey Wrench feels very staccato, and there's like Monkey Wrench is very.
Well, and that's a punky.
Yeah, and this is not it. This is not that. Like,
I just mean specifically the guitar
totally
effects.
Totally agree. Like Breakout, maybe, or
Ooh,
you know
yeah,
what
there
I
you go.
mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like Breakout, or I don't know. My Poor Brain, kind of. You know, like that kind of feel. I'm not saying specifically, but it feels like early Foo. Like that's what they were trying to do with this chorus, was like an early Foo type of thing, and I dig on that a lot.
And I think that ties into exactly what I was saying about how this feels like organic Foo Fighters, original classic Foo Fighters, but with the they threw like 70s dance, fucking. I don't know what to. I'm trying to think of a good, not 80s dance, but 70s dance.
Yeah, like
not disco
to it, but it was
not so much disco, like post disco. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Not like
And I
bunch of
feel you on the chorus to this. Like I feel what you're saying. It's a funky kind of ass shaker that they add to the fucking chorus. I'm not sure what the hell it is.
It's in the rhythm section, dude. That the way he's playing that hat, it's just like an open hat, fucking alternating
it's probably
beat.
secondary percussion too, and like bongos or some other higher beat instrument somewhere. Because that dude plays like he's been in since ESPG, the secondary percussionist guy. So he's playing shit all the fucking time. That adds to it. Fucking who knows what the fuck it is, but it's interesting and it feels again like early Foo, and it feels this song really. I like the song a lot.
Yeah, this one's pretty good. I dug this one a lot, and I've definitely given this one a few listens, and I would say it's one of my more favored songs on the album.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's go 8. 8 is Chasing Birds.
Yes, you had me give this little sample before we came on, so I'd love to hear what you have to say.
So just so you know what this song is, that I wanted him to hear kind of what the feel of this song was, because you hadn't heard it as much. Chasing Birds, great track. The song feels Pink Floyd-y a lot, like a tribute to kind of Pink Floyd, kind of The Who, kind of early, even maybe a little Rush, maybe even a little Journey, kind of in there a little bit. And but Foo songs, it feels like Walking After You. Like it feels a ton like Walking After You.
Okay.
And then and maybe Miracle a little bit, maybe add Miracle in there a little bit. Off of
wow, you just freaking threw my mind. Yeah, you just threw my mind for a loop there. I haven't heard that song in a really long time.
Oh, Miracle? Yeah, Miracle's great. Walking After You, Miracle, those two a little bit. It's a fucking masterpiece, though. Chasing Birds is a masterpiece of a song. It is. I just said it sounds like Pink Floyd or The Who, so you should probably know that I think it's a masterpiece of a song, but it's a fucking masterpiece of a song.
I would say the one thing I felt off of it, too, was something along the lines of, like, the Beatles whenever they were doing, like, White Album stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is like, yeah, I mean, I could tell you fucking Beatles songs, like, but to me, I feel like Walking After You or Miracle are a tribute to the Beatles, so let's give credit to the original interpreting artist.
There you go.
That
definitely has that, what's the name of that one Beatles song?
I know, hold on, I'm getting there.
I Am the Walrus.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That one a little bit, as well as not so much Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, that one, but there was another one off that same album that was very, very, very reminded me of that song, very much so.
Yeah, it's definitely a definite. Yes, I agree with that. It feels Beatlesy too. But again, those two felt that way to me as well. Masterpiece of a song, definitely worth a listen. Don't sleep on the last two on here, because the last three really on here. The last three tracks on here are really good tracks. And with that, I will give you number 9, Love Dies Young. D. Love Dies Young.
Oh man, this one, I'm not gonna even lie, I only listened to it once. It is.
Did you not dig on it the first time?
I didn't, man. I had my faves already. I had preconceived notions of this album before I gave it
I didn't want to add a 9th track. What the fuck? I can't add 9 tracks. 30 minutes. That's all I got. That extra fucking 5. Eat it, Foo. I don't need a 9th track.
Oh, you could have had me at 8, and I'd been happy.
I would have been happy.
And that's saying something, because typically we are usually
bitch about
opposite.
the fact that you only give us 9 tracks, but this is. I really like this album. I don't know. I'm going to give it a pass, and I don't know why I'm going to give a 35-minute album a pass, but I'm going to give it a pass on that. But let me take over then for Love Dies Young, because this is a really, really good song and needs to be represented in here. Because
Please do. I would want you to do it justice.
This is a Foo song through and fucking through. It's a Foo Fighters song. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. The third guitar here, Pat Smear's guitar specifically, in this song is sick. This shows Pat Smear. Okay, so we were talking earlier about how each song and this whole album in general shows what masterful musicians these guys are.
Indeed.
If let's say Making a Fire or Shame Shame or Cloud Spotter or really any of these songs demonstrate how well of a drummer Taylor Hawkins is, Love Dies Young shows you how good a guitar player Pat Smear is. Because I'm almost certain it's him playing the third part because God damn it, second guitar, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself. Jesus Christ, dude. Why am I such a pleb?
Oh, wait a minute. No, I definitely listened to this one more than I thought.
Oh, because I got him. That's right. That's right.
I had to give the refresh listen. You know what this one reminds me of? This the one where does remind me of
Chris Shiflett. Anyway, Chris Shiflett. Shiflett does the lead in this, and I think Pat Smear is doing the third guitar part. Third guitar is phenomenal in this. And my last point: this song is "Learn to Fly."
Is that it?
It's "Learn to Fly." This song is "Learn to Fly." And the best representation of that type of song. Again, it's great.
There's a song off to 2 albums ago, 2 maybe 3 albums ago, and it's the line is I won't forgive you yet.
I agree that Love Dies Young feels like that. Okay, so that is off of Wasting Light, and that song is called I Should Have Known. And that's the one where Chris Novoselic does the bass in it.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
That is I agree, and I was going to put that, but I feel like this song is more like Learn to Fly than it is like I Should Have Known. There is a part to this song that is like that is like a kind of a rip or a pull from I Should Have Known, a feel.
It's like a whole line of it. It feels like that straight out of that song.
Exactly, 100%. But this song is structured very, very similar to Learn to Fly. Anyway, fantastic track. D and I are going to have to, after this, listen to a couple of these songs with these things in mind. Again, it's quite all right. No problems at all. Yeah, that's it. It's Medicine at Midnight, folks.
Like we said, it's 35 minutes of your time. You will not be disappointed. If you are a fan of the Foo Fighters, any of their previous work, you're going to love this because not only do you get a little bit of some of the old school stuff, you get a new inspirations and influences and fucking tracks that are just flat out bomb
tracks. None of this, it's a bomb track album. And honestly, folks, if you've made it this far, the album is 3 minutes shorter than this episode. So done, guys. I mean, you're totally fucking in. So listen to it while you're listening to this song. I don't care what you do. Enjoy yourself. We'll be looking at the next one. Next Wednesday, okay, is going to be a new fun game. Y'all are going to love it. Should I tell them what it is, D? Should I give it a little... or should we wait?
We hinted already. We gave them a little breadcrumb already on the first.
Let's just say it's a What the Decade. It's going to be a new spin on What the Decade. It'll be next Wednesday, a little fun game show, What the Decade. I haven't decided on the decade yet. We're going to figure that out this week, I think. And then nail on that. But it'll be a fun new game. You guys will love it, I promise. Monday. So next Monday is obviously another game and video. Look for a funny haha on Friday. Free for all Fridays. Hope you liked the last one. Chuckles. It was quite good. This one's going to be funnier. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a new one or an old one because we have ones with the new setup and ones with the older setup. So tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know if you want new or old, and I'll throw up whatever you guys want. Make sure to like, subscribe.
Leave comments down below.
We read them. We talk back at you. We do all that fun stuff. If you don't just like watching the video, that's cool too. We appreciate that you're here. Much love.
Always.
Much hope.
Always.
And we'll see you guys very, very, very soon.
Thanks.
Peace.
Conversation Nation.
Nation, we love you. Deuces.